Welcome to No Dirty Whites on 4/6 Out. So early in the month, we attended the Western Province Cricket Association Awards, and we're just quickly going to talk about that, and we're not even going to extend it too much. But I have with me 4/6 Out blogger, Sid. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm okay. Perhaps maybe in boss mode.
That's good space to be.
No, no, I'm reading the wallet on the table.
Okay, still a good space to be.
All right. So yes, about the awards, Western Province hosted a glitzy event to honor its players and its clubs, or clubs affiliated and associated to it. And we were in attendance. Tell me what you know.
Ah, was a was a good event, I think. Or let me say, okay event. The winners were not very much surprising. Um, what else? Yeah. Tony Dozozi took every award that you could get. I guess he got four awards. Nadine de Klerk, who's currently in Pakistan, who's doing well in Pakistan. Also, she did fairly well even in the 100. As a placement for Dane van Kerk. So she got two awards as well. I think we'll speak about those.
In a bit.
Yeah, in a bit. Yeah. So the captain of Western Province, Leah Jones, also got an award. But I was also the youngsters that got awards. So it was an interesting one. But props to Clement. So yeah, there
That's
was
club cricket.
yes, club cricket. I think that's another thing where these awards about club cricket, about youth cricket. It's about also honoring women's cricket and professional cricket. So I think that's why these awards are important. That we should never lose the focus of why
Yes.
they're important for each association. But you get into that.
So, I mean, this is what I think. I think awards hosted by a union or an association are awards that should definitely be dedicated primarily on club cricket activities, like the clubs that are affiliated to that association and so forth. Not to say that the provincial teams shouldn't be a highlight. Again, Dizozi shopped on that day, definitely left with everything, which is pretty cool. But I honestly have to say Claremont definitely swooped in with a lot. They even took the coaching award. Again, I think I'm very proud of club cricket and how it operates, but I do want to kind of pick a bone with the union when it comes to honoring and celebrating these clubs and the work that they put in. And I do feel that there should be extra categories within the award segment itself, because some clubs definitely won't win the awards for performance, but they will win awards for marketing, they'll win awards for content management, they'll win awards for those types of things. So I think those categories definitely need to be in place. But back to the winners. Who else were the winners for the night?
Well, I spoke about club cricket. Claremont got something. Well, they got more than four awards. They got awards as Team of the Year. They got Club of the Year as well. They won the Premier League, the double, and I guess that's the reason why Coach Alison Johnson took away the Coach Award of the Year, the Coach of the Year award, which he shared that with Claire Terreblanche.
There's her branch, yes.
Yes, the women's head coach. Mainly because she got they won the 1 Day Cup. They narrowly missed the T20 Cup narrowly with to the Lions. So that was and then obviously the women's category in the club cricket. Premier League cricket was won by was shared by UWC and Somerset West.
Yes.
And those are two clubs I think also the people that are kind of running those clubs, I'd say, people that I know.
Oh, look
So
at you, fancy.
no, it's not that. It's
Don't
about
drop
being
any
fancy.
names,
I'm not dropping any names, but like I was actually proud of
yes.
for their successes. So that's that. But those clubs are strong. They have quite a few provincial players in them, so it wasn't surprising. I'm not sure. I think Durbanville won the T20. I'm a
Am I
20. So even that, congratulations
Congratulations
to
to
Durbanville.
Durbanville.
A club that we did not talk about within
Article.
the article that was posted, done by you. Um,
Ow. Just for
Northern's
clarity.
Northern's Goodwood. Northern's Goodwood won the promotion.
Northern's good, yeah.
Yeah, so they'll be in the Premier League for the coming
Coming
season.
season. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
which that is just another drama, but for another day.
For another day. We're definitely not covering drama for this podcast because I really just wanna speak on the positives of everything that's happening. If you hear a chair creaking, that's my comfortable chair. But I did want to clarify something, and now I forgot what it was about. But other than that, I think the gripe situation. More women need to be in this space. For example, the award handovers were predominantly, actually not even predominantly, they were just done by men around the association or men within the association. And I think honestly, diversity is not just about race. Diversity is about gender. Diversity is about climatizing to your surrounding and your environment. And I do feel that our union is very, very far when it comes to transforming the element of gender inclusion. Um, bless you. Bless you. I do feel WPCA is very far in terms of working around the whole inclusion element, and I think predominantly what was frustrating is definitely the fact that there was not even a single award handover or consistency in the award handover done by women within the sport. And I think maybe next year they should definitely try and look within. Yes, you're giving me a facial expression.
No, there was just only one woman who did that, that I can recall, and that's the president of the Scorers Association, and she was handing it to another scorer. So it wasn't someone doing it for club cricket.
So it was pay by pay.
Yeah, so you have a point.
So in any case, I think there needs to be some gender inclusion within Western Province, because the limit of gendered roles within the association itself does ripple out into the marketability of the company or marketability of the union. Because at the end of the day, these small events or these small things where you notice, hey, there's a lacking in terms of women or representation of women within the space, becomes very visible and very loud to those who are perhaps observant of such things. And I feel that next year the awards should definitely include at least 4 or 5 women handing over awards, or maybe an MC that's a woman, because for the last 2 awards that I've attended, it's been males who are MCs for the function.
The only thing I can say is that I don't think they think there's anything wrong. I don't think the association is there. Maybe what I'm about to say is not controversial, but maybe women.
Why do people start things like that all the time? What I'm about to say might be controversial.
As I said, I don't think it is, but I think to put in that fight, there's another way to do it, where women actually have their own awards.
You know what? I don't know how I feel about that. But substantiate what you're saying, or why you're saying what you're saying.
Think about this: the fact that at that award, the woman will be the highlight. They will be taken seriously because in these type of awards, women should be taken as serious as the males, right? It should be the same
It should be an equal level.
level. I've again, I don't know how CSA. I haven't watched CSA awards in a few years, but I do have my gripes there. But sticking to this one,
Please.
in the sense of if the player of the year is being announced, right? I do feel like the player of the year, the male player of the year, should probably be announced last, but the woman should be announced just before that one, where there's an importance not for you to say the woman and then you do the male, all the male categories.
Okay, but how about this then? If we're picking a player of the year just to push inclusion for gender related matters, what if the awards, the Western Province Cricket Association awards, do it in this way, where on the day, instead of split and have a women awards only or have a men's awards only, but how about, I think, because I'm taking it from what you're saying.
No, I'm not saying the woman. I'm saying, I'm not saying the woman should
Yes.
split themselves.
Yes,
I'm saying there should be one
there should be awards
awards
day for
day.
women.
That can also be a situation.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not very comfortable with that concept because. But before we get to the because, I was saying, how about on the day of the events, right? Or prior to the events, in preparation, obviously, they pick a woman of the year in terms of the player of the year. They pick a man of the year in terms of the player of the year. As in, both genders are represented at their level within the winning structure.
That's another possibility
Do you
where
get it?
you say, okay, cool. Here's are the T20 players of the year.
That kind of
It's
thing.
this person and this person.
Exactly. Where
Where
we're
they share
consistent.
the moment.
Thank you.
Instead of saying, okay, now we're concentrating on the woman. But the reason why I said what I said, right, it was because it's not a matter of women's cricket is at not women's cricket needs a lot of PR.
It does.
Women's cricket needs a lot of marketing.
Yes.
And women's cricket, males are not going to market women's cricket.
So this is what I'm saying. We don't have to have males marketing women's cricket, but we have to consider including them in the journey of women's cricket.
True, but not all journeys need them. Example, when women are playing their matches, right? Do they play, women team plays against a women team, right?
Yes.
It's not a women team playing against a male team.
No, it's definitely not.
Exactly, that's my point.
I'm very selective in observing this, and I think maybe I'm not effectively communicating myself through to you in the sense of what I'm trying. Like, I hear you, I fully hear you, but I'm not saying every element of the journey, because we're speaking about the awards right now, and I'm speaking about the awards, not performance, not playing against women and men and this that. I'm saying the award structure of within cricket should consider doubling up in that aspect. That's basically what I'm saying.
And
I
I'm
hear
agreeing
you.
with you.
Okay. Okay. You just added the whole playing men against women, and for me that literally took me off because my brain wasn't there. My brain is about the awards and how including women.
Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Why do we do awards?
To award performers.
Is that all?
Also to promote and market.
Exactly.
And I'm
teach, and it's a teachable moment.
It is a teachable moment.
Do you think the males or the people that were there when they left, they understood more about women's cricket?
I don't think they did.
Do you think they cared about who won the Women's Premier League?
I don't think they did.
That's the thing.
But having an awards purely for women is exclusionary.
So, isn't that how sometimes we promote things? Sometimes to promote amongst yourselves.
We promote amongst ourselves. That's a brilliant idea. But I feel when it comes to awards, we promote in an inclusive way. We can promote them amongst ourselves as women during matches, during preparations, during talks, during workshops, during all those things, right? But on awards day, it would be nice to have all genders under the same roof and all genders winning.
And I'm saying I agree with that part. I'm
Yes.
saying we can have those awards. There's
Yes.
the main awards,
Yes.
all right? But I still feel
There
it needs
should
to
be
be
awards purely for.
women.
Okay.
And I say this because how many girls know who's the captain
Very few.
of Western Province team?
Very few, because it's not. Yes, very few. On that
Yeah, but can
level,
you
I
imagine
do.
where each team brings maybe 5 players to come to the Western Province Awards?
Yes,
Just 5 players.
it would be a full house.
You'll be a full
It would
house.
be a beautiful full house, actually.
You'll be
From
part
just.
of the legacy.
I don't think Western Province is aware of legacy building through the marketing channel.
That's what I'm saying.
Um,
I as much as I view awards as a place of towards self-realization, who did well of that, for me it's just another PR and marketing.
Definitely.
And if it loses that, then what's the point?
Well, knowing me and Sent, we would debate this for as long as possible. We do tend to agree to disagree on so many things. But I do understand what he meant by the gendered aspect of just having purely women's only awards, and I hope he too understood what I was saying about the whole. The main awards definitely should be a very inclusive platform, because at the end of the day, we don't want to create separate silos of development. We want at least some parts. For example, in an ideal world, both men's and women's cricket need to meet somewhere. And if they cannot meet on the field, then it makes sense for them to meet at the awards ceremonies.
But we also need to find ways for them to meet in the field. I'm not saying men and women should play against each other. No, my point is it's kind of like what they're doing in the 100. Where can you imagine where Western Province men is playing maybe at half past, at probably 5 or 6 o'clock, and then the women are probably playing from 2.
Where they just
Or,
up and go, look.
the point is the woman probably will have to start. Do you get what I'm saying? And I understand right now with CSA rules, the women tend to play one day 50 over cricket on a Saturday, and on a Sunday they play T20 cricket. And that could also be something where we start playing with, where because the women play their T20 cricket on a Sunday, for now, I don't know how things are going to be with the professional league. I haven't checked. But since the women play on a Sunday, and at this, let's say around about now, it's the males are playing T20, the T20 competition. Maybe instead of having a double of the males, where male team is playing at 10 and then another male team is playing maybe at 3, maybe have the women probably play at 10 and then the male playing at that specific time. It's part of promoting. It's
Yeah.
part of coexisting,
Yeah.
you know. In
But
terms
back
of
to the awards.
yes, no,
Closing.
including with the awards,
Yeah.
maybe like the way that you said it, where if we're having a category for 50 over player of the year,
Look at both. Look into both pools.
exactly, we're having a players player of the year, those are the same categories. Player of the year, those are the same categories. The only category I guess the males have, the women don't have, is the 4-day player of the year, because the women don't play 4-day cricket. They just play 50 over cricket and T20 cricket.
Yeah.
Just lastly, there's a few awards that we didn't speak about. Congratulations to the young people. The women player of the year was shared by Gemma Botha and Kyla Reinecker. In terms of the males, the young player of the year was Mihlali Mpongwana. And then in terms of the under 19 week,
Senility.
so got that. And then in terms of the girls under 16 week,
Yes.
Daniela Hugo got that. Boys under 19 week, it was Bongi Mfunelwa, who also won the CSA under 19 week award as well. Yes. And then for the boys under 16, I have to get back to you with that one. I'm sorry.
So either way, I did reach out to Western Province Cricket Association to find out if they have a full list of the winners. For those that we missed, they have not gotten back to us. I think that's another reason why I'm a bit late with regards to the podcast and the article itself. Because I actually just wanted a full-bodied list where every name and every winner and every club and every player is listed on there, so that you yourself as a reader or as an observer knows exactly who's who in the zoo, um and in terms of who's who in the camp, just in case someone comes at me with that term. It's just a joke, guys. I don't mean anything by it. But other than that, I think Western Province has a long way to go, but I like the positive work that they're doing in terms of cricket, in terms of development. And unfortunately, I'm just going to be one of those people that are always just calling things out while also celebrating the wins. Do you have any last words?
Congratulations to Fate Cliff for winning, I think, the T20. Congratulations to Leah Jones for winning Player of the Year. No Player of the Year. Congratulations to Nadine de Klerk for winning Player of the Year. And congratulations to Nadine de Klerk for winning, what's this? T20 Player of the Year. Congratulations to Tony DeZosi for winning 4-day Cricket of the Year, Player of the Year, Player of the Season, and 1-day Cup competition. And congratulations to Nandre Berger
Yes.
for winning the T20 competition. I think it's everyone.
Yeah.
If I forgot you and in the main categories that I was saying, at least.
So I just want to say something about this. He's he's using his brain to remember all of this because he does not have his notes in front of him. He does not have his mobile devices in front of him, and it's one of the most fascinating things. Like sometimes, guys, I wish you would see how this man's brain operates. Like all this data or all this data is in his head, and he just pulls it out so easily. So when you do need to correct him, please just leave a comment at the bottom and say, oh well, but this is this. But FYI, he's absolutely just chilling here with no notes and no, but it's understandable. I think he's sorting out his technology issues and load shedding and all those other fancy things. So it fascinates me how you just remember things just like that. So I'm obsessed. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. This was longer than what we expected. I was hoping it's 12 minutes, but it looks like it's 22. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you definitely enjoy. Check out the article though for a more full layout or somewhat full layout. I'm sure you got full context here more than you would on the article itself. The article is on 46out.wordpress.com. Do feel free to hit us up via 46out Twitter, via 46out YouTube, via 46out Patreon, where we discuss the business of cricket. So essentially, the extended version, not the extended, but the business of cricket side of everything will be on Patreon. Our audio products will be on Spotify and YouTube. And yeah, enjoy No Dirty Whites by 46out.